You gotta go for something that has
that's a nice
something to
snipe.
fight.
Going for the YOLO. The beast.
The Beastmaster?
I'm just scrolling.
Is that your hipster prediction?
Nah, it's not even hipster. That hero's just solid.
It
Centaur.
will just be the sturdy centaur.
Yeah, it's a good lane with Lion. It's gonna make this melee hero that OG probably wants to pick to pair with their Darkseer, I would think. The
Wow.
CK.
They mass illusioned it.
Did call that one.
Nice.
Nice one.
Nice.
All right. Well, I mean, it's a classic with the AA for good reason, right? Stun setup for Cold Feet. It's not like because the Ursa was still in, so they could have gone more so for like the bully the offlaner strat, but they have the AA, so they want to actually capitalize on the Cold Feet. So it's a bit hipster though. I don't know.
It's old-fashioned. Yeah. Are we gonna have a game 3?
No.
I feel like I've gotten every prediction wrong. Always. So I want to see a game 3, and I think Miracle is gonna 1v5 with the Tiny. So
is that like legit the thing that he needs to do in a game with a draft like this?
no, they just need to do better on their side lanes. Like they just got destroyed. I think just CS wise by. I mean, maybe they just needed a game to warm up. So
I hope they're warmed up. I mean, 28 camp stack to 1 camp stack, and just like not getting the farm, not getting the tower push, not really doing a whole lot of anything. And if you do nothing versus CK, you are definitely going to lose, because you know that he wants a Midas.
That's true. Let's see if they can do something at this game. Let's see if we'll have a game 3 here between OG and Team Nigma. We're finding out together with Lyrical and AY.
Thanks so much, Shiver. Yes, indeed. And Owie, we got to get prepped and ready for this game. So I'm going to let you take away with it as I take this wonderful, delicious sip of the mate matcha to give me energy. Can you tell me about the draft? What you're feeling on it?
I think this draft looks a lot better for Team Nigma this game.
Prepare for battle.
Like last game, it just felt eventually like the draft Nigma, they were making these really good plays in the game, right? They got this ward, in the mid tier 2, they took like this insane initiation where they killed Seb before the fight began, but they just didn't have the damage. This game, I think they solved a lot of their problems. Isle with Luna is a very high damage combo. You amplify not only his right clicks, but also the magic damage that comes out of Luna. So I think a lot of that is solved for Nigma in this game. Sucks, he's running into them though.
Yeah, this would be a big pickoff if they could find it right at the start of it. As they run on and find the Lucid Beam. Soxa, you're in some trouble, buddy. Nobody's there to help you. And I'm pretty sure that there's no way he gets out of this one. Yeah, there's the body.
I'm tipping Soxa.
His own team is tipping him right now. It's like, what are you doing, man? You're all weird. So Miracle will get first blood, and that's going to be big. The panel talked about the need to make sure that they had a good start to that.
Stay together. For sure. I think I'm a bit worried about Nigma's top lane, to be honest. I think that one might get really hard with the Lion Centaur against CKA.
Right.
But mid lane, Tiny has always been pretty decent versus Puck. I mean, usually Puck's slightly out farms, and Tiny has really good timings on him with the Blink Dagger. But with the first blood, I think Miracle should do very well. Especially, he outplayed Thompson last game mid, straight up, hard. And I think, most importantly, Luna Isle should free farm bottom.
Okay, well, it'll be something to watch for sure. I've played, I think, about 150 games of Darkseer in the past couple of months. And one of the main people that I watched, the two main people that I watched was Mind Control and Seb whenever they play it. And Seb, when he plays, he tends to play in this more carry Darkseer style, which could get shut down a little bit here if they're able to put a ton of pressure onto him. I mean, obviously it's great against the Luna, but you can see already, this hero, it definitely struggles against that early harassment. Could be tough. We'll see how he deals with it.
So you've played a lot of Darkseer games. How often do you not show the first wave?
Never. Literally never.
Because Seb only showed it after the piece of map. He didn't do it earlier.
Right.
Which I think is not standard. I have no idea what the idea is. I don't play the hero, but interesting to see.
I think it's that he wanted to make sure that the clock could get the pull through, and he's going to die for this one. So he'll die for this, but what does end up happening is at least they get that pull back over to the tier 1 tower. Whereas otherwise, maybe the IO could have harassed him a little bit more.
Yeah, and them getting the pull to this area, especially by the Azure, they're going to build a huge double wave. Whoa.
Right up top, they find the kill. Nice combo there. Mind Control takes down No Tail. Interesting. Yeah, this double wave, though, down bottom is sort of going to be a bit of an issue.
That's a cool idea. You don't push it in too fast, your clock gets a pull. and then you build up this huge wave, and like even though Darkseer is supposed to be really weak at this level, perhaps you can get pressure out just because you have so many creeps with Iron Shell.
You know, Io definitely not the type of hero that's going to be able to like sort of mass push out in turn as well. So they're doing a good job of that, and also have access to this pull. So they're going to get that pull off as well. Maybe deny out a couple of creeps here. Page comes a bit too late to block that out.
That kill top, I want to mention how huge that is for Team Nigma. I think this is the lane that, on paper, CK is going to freeform and pressure Centaur. I mean, Centaur still has 1 CS, so it's still a really hard lane. But it means a lot to just get that kill.
Absolutely.
1 CS though. Oh my goodness, I didn't think it'd be this bad.
Yeah, that's a little wild. I mean, Centaur is definitely fallen out of favor, but we'll see. I mean, he's still getting like some XP at least. He's staying fairly even with them in that regard. There haven't been a ton of denies yet. But a very interesting start to this game up here in this top side. And going to be able to get the cold feet proc there onto Kuro. Most likely. No, he gets away from it. It's fine.
The good thing for Centaur right now, though, even though he had such low CS, now he sort of has a lane equilibrium. If Kuro can manage to... Oh, he's going for the stacks instead of blocking the pole.
Okay.
But if he can get to his ring of health, he should be fine in this lane. I don't see CK versus Centaur much this patch anymore.
Yeah, we're not seeing a lot of CK, except a couple of times like in the off lane on occasion. But it is going to be like a ton of damage out there. Like if you can find the Io at the start of the fight, there aren't heroes that really blow it up as effectively as a CK just stacked out with items.
For sure. I mean, Nigma, they do have a lot of AoE stuns and just AoE damage with the Tiny and the Centaur together. Wait, LTW's Courage just walking in here.
LTW also under fire here with the double Iron Shell. There's going to be the vacuum back, and that's the kill. Level 3 Darkseer along with Clockwork is scary stuff.
And that was Luna's boots on the courier, one of the most important items against Darkseer lanes, because as soon as you have boots, the Iron Shell creeps don't do damage.
Oh,
wait, Miracle.
Dude, that's big. That's really, really big.
Both games solo killing Thompson. Really showing a return to form. I mean, everyone knows Miracle is one of the greats.
You'll find no-tail as well. Mind control does go down, and now the turnaround here. Sumail has to back out for the moment as Kuro's going to drain all of his mana and grab a couple denies, but just an absolute bloodbath in the early going.
And I think Nigma, they're really showing up to these lanes. I mean, the first blood propelling Miracle probably into solo killing Thompson. He's level 6 and Thompson's level 4. I think usually when we see this matchup, Puck is actually slightly ahead of the CS and network because Tiny has to buy additional regen.
Ooh, good silence there by Thompson. That stops the toss back, which might have caused a little bit of scary things going on. But yeah, it's interesting. There's so much kill potential in these ones. It wasn't, I definitely wasn't expecting mid to be where they would go for it.
Soxy sneaking back around bottom. Okay, he doesn't go for any play here because there's just too many radiant creeps now.
A bit too scary. They can come in and still farm pretty effectively. And you can see 21, 22 CS now for the Darkseer and a couple there on Soxa as well. The other thing that we've occasionally seen these players do is just like throw an Iron Shell on the clock and then he can go around and farm camps as well. So that gives you a little bit of extra farm. Miracle farms out there and Kuro just barely able to get away. Sumail chasing a little bit there. Won't be able to make anything happen.
Despite the 2 kills on AA, top lane is still looking very hard for Nigma though. You can see CK, he has a full 800 gold on the Centaur. They are, honestly, this is sort of expected though in the draft. Like when they pick Centaur, they sort of knew the lane was going to be really good. So they can definitely come back. Like this was already accounted for in the draft.
Meanwhile, some more pressure being mounted there onto Thompson in the mid lane. Miracle struggling to actually get a firm hold on him, but he's still, you know, putting the pressure on definitely and staying almost a full level ahead. There is this rotation over from Soxa as he's stacking up the camps. Don't know if he's going to try and make anything happen, but the pullback up top on the mind control. They got him caught and killed. They will take down No-Tail, but again, losing that Centaur.
And that's 3 deaths now for MC. Just wait, 2 deaths. I can't read. Sorry, 2 deaths on MC before he can get out to that Blink Dagger. Sorry, to that Vanguard. It's a huge deal. And Tiny's actually pressuring mid with the wagon. He has a full wave here. Also has a glyph for Thompson spam here, I think.
Yeah, looking for it. Oh, doesn't decide to go. Instead, just throws toss, does a little ring around the Rosie action. They have the coil afterwards. Do have the illusion rune, but snaps the coil, tries to time that perfectly, backs away, right click, trying to finish it off. Soxa dies in the meantime, but Miracle backing out, bottling up, has Fairy Fire. I think he's good.
He's even going for a kill on Dota. He's sticking around.
Seb, right click, tries to go for the kill with the Iron Shell. It's not quite enough down bottom, but they're going in again like you talk about. Thinks about killing off No Tail. Avatos, oh, barely able to live there. And they got super low down bottom as well. So just a very skirmishy game, even though nobody dies in that exchange.
I think even Centaur got gone on during that, and there's just action everywhere.
Yeah. This is just feeling like the pace of the game that we're seeing. But we'll see how it goes. You can see there, definitely an accomplished IO player on GH, but still a bit behind No Tail, who's definitely the specialist that we've known from the past. But regardless, still nothing really to write home about as far as like any rotations or anything else that we're gonna see. It feels like it's just these very brawly lanes. I mean, where do you anticipate as we're gonna see another stun up top and actually a chance to go here onto Sumail? They have
Miracle's TPing up top as well.
Hex afterwards. Not quite enough mana. 20 away on the Lion.
I think Sumail might get caught by Miracle here. He's playing a little bit greedy.
Yeah, Avalanche comes out looking for that toss afterwards. And the punch down, but the Fairy Fire. Turn, Kuro. Oh, he's getting slowed by the Ghost. Oh no, the neutral keep creeping Sumail alive. Miracle's still going for this kill, actually. Sumail, does he realize it? Tries to hide away. They got face from Tiny, and that might be enough. Diving back by the tier 3 tower. Can they get the kill though? Stun 2 seconds. Crew dies to Thompson. Miracle is not stopping. I want you. I'm coming for you. The kill, it connects. Yo, this guy has no chill.
Is he gonna turn on Moto here too?
He's gonna try to kill
Dire's
Moto.
middle tower is
Oh
under
no.
attack.
All right, yeah. There's some
Dire's
tips going out right there.
So Lion also died to OG. They did a counter smoke to top. They didn't expect Miracle. You know, it's 8 minutes and he literally dove a tier 3.
Ooh, and a little pause. Hex is there.
There we go.
That's the mess up that they needed. And Nigma
Dire's middle
will end
tower
up
is under
finding
attack.
themselves the kill on Thompson. At this point, his second death in the early going.
And they've also managed to rotate IOTW. He has 4 points in ore already, so it looks like they'll push top tower pretty quickly here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Oh,
attack.
maybe not. They're actually defending bottom. This is probably the right choice. You know, MC, he's had a hard lane. You can't like sack more of his game than you already have. Now he's just gonna sit bottom and try to get whatever he can. While OG's game plan is a lot around killing the center now. Yeah, you can even see Puck's TPing down here.
Iron Shell's gonna be there. Oh,
Dire's
but the
top
rotation.
tower is under
Miracle
attack.
playing with GH. Who do they find? Thompson's there. This is all underneath some wardage, and Silence comes out. Soxa tries to connect. They have the wall down afterwards. Is it going to be enough, though? Pull back in. Miracle. Drop it down low and going to fall. Mind control. He tried to go for a kill on the Soxa, but it's not going to happen. OG make the right play. Move on in. Now looking to take down Mind Control. Can they kill him underneath the tower? They have another round of Surge. Seb going in. Does have Iron Shell on him. And the slow, steady beatdown. It's enough.
Really good sequence of events for OG there. They actually managed to break the coil with Soxa's power cogs. And, you know, Nigma, they have the right idea. They're going to come defend the tower. But the place where they fought, it didn't really give them any advantage. You know, if you fight closer to the tower, there's going to be TP in from Luna, some additional resources able to be committed. OG sort of take the fight away from the tower, and as a result, they win the fight. However, IOTW was farming up a storm during all of that. He took top tower, he farmed all the enemy's jungle, and now he's pushing mid tower.
Right. Well, and you know, you talk about sort of putting these heroes, these players on heroes they're comfortable on, but oh! The hook shot in, the catch afterwards, Ice Black trying to bring them down low. Miracle dead, ILCW dead. They didn't stand a chance. OG came in style, and now they're gonna kill the IO on the backside too.
Diminish that new relocate, you can't save from situations like these.
Yeah, no, not at all. GH trying to get out of there, but it's not gonna happen. A double kill, and they're even bullying Kuro back. They just brought numbers.
Radiant's middle tower
Maybe
is
a
under
little
attack.
too ambitious hitting the mid tower. They knew that AA
Dire's
was going to get
bottom tower
6.
is
I
under
didn't
attack.
quite see if he got the Tomo knowledge, but I would assume so because Saksa was quite high level. And OG, they get the good punish. Nigma, they do get a little bit of compensation. Every time one of these bad fights happen, first time Luna got all of top, the second time Centaur got a lot of catch-up space there, but still. They were feeling pretty good on Nigma, but now, I don't know, Miracle, he played the lane so well, and now his blink is way more delayed than it should have been with his start.
Right, absolutely. It's feeling a little bit troubling right now, and you can tell like how much emphasis they want to put on this tower, but with this big tanky CK that can stand just right in front along with Saksa, it's so hard to actually make a move like this. And you know, the Darkseer, he's got himself vac wall ready to go along with Surge. It's enabling Sumail to do so much more than he might have otherwise been able to. So Miracle, ILTW, and GH up top. Kuro is starting to make that move over, but it looks like they might catch him here. Hookshot in again, finds onto GH. They wanted to get ILTW, but they'll settle for the idol.
I keep my enemies.
Will they? Gonna go looking for more. Thought about it. They see Miracle now TPing out. Nah, he's away. Heads up play there by Miracle.
This is OG's timing. They have the level 4 Iron Shell, they had hookup. Nigma, they really needed to dodge him there. I think they're very happy with only a Wisp dying. Miracle's only 100 gold from his Blink Dagger now. And once they get that, it's going to be go time for them as well.
Down bottom. See here as well that they are still trying to get towards those first couple survivability items for Centaur.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And you know, a little bit of a not an extensive hero history on this hero for Sumail, but he's certainly playing it well. Currently third in net worth, and they're going to move forward and try and take this tower again. Glyph comes early, anticipating that move, and that stops them from getting in it. Oh, Miracle, tempting fate right now. Not going to go in.
That looked a little bit weird though. Tiny, he got his Blink Dagger, he TP'd in, he just sort of walked up and showed his Blink. I think normally, like Kuroki has a smoke, Miracle got Blink. Normally you'd see them just smoke up the two of them and have a combo plus finger anyone and they would get a kill. So maybe a little bit, I don't know what happened with comms there. Maybe he really wanted that tower last set, they want to secure it. A bit unfortunate for Team Nigma there.
True enough. And you can see afterwards, he immediately cues up the hand of Midas. Miracle feels like he needs to scale this game. And to be fair, like I feel like LGW is definitely, you know, farming quite effectively in this game. Are you worried at all about these heroes falling off? Does the Midas feel like a sort of a desperation at all? Or do you think that this was kind of his plan all along?
They're smoking up top here, so let's kind of give a thought after that.
Yeah, looking for him. They have the opening. Saksa, oh, LTW gets a shot on. Relocate, tries to get him out. Not going to be in time. GH can't save him. You get caught
and
like
they know
that
about the relocate as well. No-Tell scouted him out with the Vortex.
Oh, man. That's crazy. Oh, jeez. They even have the Luna illusion afterwards that's going to beat GH to death. Right-clicking him down.
Oh, they topped him as an invisor. He's scouting out the Nigma heroes. They know about this rotation coming in.
Male hides away, keeps himself safe. I mean, a lot of heroes went top though. There isn't that easy rotation for a punish. But if Miracle gets a bit too far out here, Coil comes down, and now he's in a world of hurt. A little bit of a separation though. Mind Control comes back in, trying to buy a little bit of time. Curl there as well. Finds the stun on the boat. Good stun afterwards. Have a toss combo, trying to kill him off, and they take down Thompson. That is exactly what Nigma needed.
Really good reaction from Curl here. That was a fast TP scroll. He gets off that was the full Ravage there, and they turn around what could have been potentially a disaster. So to answer your question about the Midas on Tiny, I think it's a really good choice because if you look at the heroes on Dire, it's really hard to 1v5 their lineup. They have Darkseer, AA, and even some Aghanim's Puck coming out eventually. IOTW does not want to be the only threat because he will get all in over and over, and it's hard for Nigma's lineup to defend him. I mean, theoretically, you can get some really good relocate save, you know, clutch the fight, but you don't want your fight to be, we can only win if GH outplays the enemy. You know, if Saksa doesn't hook him, if Thompson doesn't get a blink coil on the relocating Wisp.
It just makes the win state too difficult to achieve, definitely. Well, at least for now, it's not feeling like the same type of run over that we had in game number 1. And we'll see if OG can sort of continue the good play and rotations and what this turns into in the next couple of minutes as well. Because we are going to start hitting some of these item timings that will come out, you know, whether that's going to be the pipe gun for Darkseer or Blink Dagger, whatever he ends up going for eventually. In the meantime, Sox is actually working on an Aghanims. Has one component completed at the very least. And Soxa, Avatar, the combo comes out, trying to bring him down low. Stab, big vacuum wall afterwards with the coil. Push back on the catches on the boat. They just get blown up. Yet again. Dude, this is a level 2 vacuum and they're doing that.
Radiant's middle tower.
Put up. He's really like that turnaround. You know, he gets God on, and his reaction is to hook into the enemy team. It buys him enough time. If he doesn't get that hook off, I don't think you kill the heroes the same way. It buys time for Thompson to get that triple coil vacuum, and you know, OG. That's 3 kills. That's the biggest tower on the map for them, I think. Just how their heroes play, and they really needed that because eventually Luna will out-farm the heroes on Dire if nothing happens, if the map doesn't open up. With his own, like, you know, Nigma taking the mid and top tower so they have more space on the map to do stuff. And they have no tower push on OG, so that was huge for them, that fight.
Well, up top again. Some more playing around, flirting
Miracle's
with greatness
though.
they're looking for. Yeah, he wants this kill. Avalanche, good. Phase shift, though. Looking for the toss back afterwards. Not going to happen. They rotate in Sumail now as well. Miracle's got to be careful. They catch sight of him. So much vision right now. And Miracle, Blink Dagger on cooldown. 3 seconds, it's not going to be a time. Toss away, LTW trying to get him close to go for the hit. There's going to be the tether. GH now the one that's in trouble, but pops that neck. Now the turn for the fight. Coil there on it too. Hook shot afterwards. Soxa gets the pushback. They have the Eclipse. Soxa starting to fall down, and he will eventually get ran down here. Maybe? Well, trying to. Girl off to the side, sees if they can find him. Soxa hidden away in the trees. No, there's no way. Surely he does not get out right now. Stay hidden. Just don't go anywhere. You're fine. You know, is he really gonna get out? They got him. They got him.
That is a sick juke spot.
That's crazy.
I have never seen that one before. I mean, they do find him because LTW, he's hunting him, you know, he plays literally 40 pubs a day, so he knows about all the juke spots that people try against him.
Well, in Clockwork TP top, right? Like they had.
True,
Oh,
they
didn't actually. He
had to
walked.
be.
Damn.
He walked, okay.
Money changes hands.
I gotta say though, Kuroki, when you look at Nigma's, their players, you don't think that Kuroki's the one going to be like having the super high impact, these clutch plays, but this game, I think, he's done some fantastic moves. I mean, that TP bottom into the Ravage, always in the right place at the right time. As you know, Thompson, he goes in ready to cast some spells. He just gets hexed by this 5-position lion with no items. It completely changes the game.
Absolutely. This Blink online now catches some vision there. Soxa going for the wraparound, and they're immediately going to deward the wards as they pull back in. Gonna pop the ulti, hook shot afterwards. Furrow with stun, not good enough though. Foil back onto 4. It's too much damage coming out from OG as they chase him down one by one. Miracle trying to escape, but they pull him back in again. Sumail with the chase down, and they're not stopping. They've got everything that they need. Another pullback, another stun. Sumail only gives up the chase. Ice blast afterwards. Gonna apply itself onto ILTW, but they kill off GH. And dude, when these combos come out from Darkseer, it is just devastating.
I thought they were crazy. They're jumping this hood Vanguard Centaur at his mid tower, but OG, they just poke in. They don't cast any of their big spells on Centaur, so just poke him, you know, CK stun, silence, some minus armor from Reality Rift, and they just connect with the big combo there. Really good understanding of how to take the team fight, and that was ILTW's 9-second BKB timing. Crap.
He's crazy. He's insane. Ace down. Want to kill him. Not gonna get him.
Again.
You know,
He's such a boss.
He really is. He's died 4 times. Doesn't care. He's just like, I'm gonna go and mess with him.
There's 3 Blink Daggers, 2 of them with instant stuns on the Radiant team, and he's just solo around the enemy tier 2. There's no real gain there, but you can do mental damage, just mess with them, force out TPs. Like, look at the map right now. There's 5 Radiant heroes all around that tier 2 because of what Thompson did.
You want to see, definitely. Now, Nigma, like you mentioned, all those Blink Daggers means there's a lot of potential for initiation, and the wraparound's coming right now. Trying to find Thompson. They look up high ground. No, he's on the low ground. gets away. Oh, that smoke break, and then the rocket flare right on top of him. You know, it's interesting, right? They have so much of these heroes on OG to just keep everybody inside this one area, you know, whether it's the coil or the cogs or the vacuum. And then it just feels like Sumail's all that damage afterwards. And they jump forward, they're gonna find Kuro. 3 swipes and an ice blast, and he's done.
They're still going though. They want to find LTW here. He does have blink off in 3 seconds on CK.
Comes forward, catches them, breaks it, has the BKB, doesn't use it. Vacuum afterwards, in some trouble. There's not enough healing in the world. LTW gonna TP out of there, will be able to escape as Miracle also jumps back. So it only ends up being the 2 supports. That actually is some value for Nigma at the very least.
They did use wall. I think OG, they might take Roshan at some... I mean, the Roshan's not too bad. They're just opting to control the map. They don't want to farm such a big neutral creep when they're allied. Are they going for Roshan? Okay, because I was going to say Iron Shell is really good against Roshan, but a little bit of hesitation as they farm the enemy Ancients. I wonder if that's going to cause a fight.
Yeah, it's still so fast.
But yeah. The last smoke by OG, it was such a smart smoke because Nigma, you know, Thompson forced all of the mid. They sort of, I don't know how many of the heroes they saw, but they understood that as soon as they broke that smoke, all the silents were pushing it. They smoked, and if your silents are pushing it when you smoke, you're going to find something. The enemy just has too many things to react to on the map. Creeps give you vision and information about where your opponent is. And reading that, they just went to enemy triangle. They get support kills, but more importantly, they secure the Roshan for themselves.
Well, and you know, Nigma now doing the exact same thing with the lanes pushing in. They go out for a quick and easy pick off there into the triangle, and then manage to pop the Stampede to get out afterwards. So even though they lose that Roche, they manage to find something else, and now gonna go for round 2. They don't have Centaur with them, and they also don't have Stampede.
They have a really good ward though.
Interesting.
Can they find? Sumail is a tough kill. Sumail is a really hard kill, but Thompson, that's a little bit easier. That's a potential, that's a chance, but he can't get enough. And now the buyback, and they drop down that coil afterwards. Trying to turn, they pull it back in. ILTW gets the TP broken. They have to fight now, but there's nothing left to fight. They're all just gonna get dropped down. Torn apart again. 4 dead in the middle.
And OG, they're just on top of it. The instant they initiate onto Thompson, the buyback's kind of sucks. So they have a really good read of these fights. And your Thompson, I think he was dead there, but a little bit of miscommunication between ILTW and Miracle there. Miracle wanted to get in melee range for that toss, and you know, where they went on Thompson was just so awkward. He couldn't get past Luna, who's trying to hit him in vision. And as a result, Thompson lives, and they just wipe Nigma.
God, and you see right now, Sumail is bringing out the Desolator, because why not? That's apparently what he's decided his item is.
And how often do you see a CK out-farm a Luna?
Yeah.
He has the cleave talent at 15, but this is not some like low-farm Luna who lost her lane. She died once a lane, but I think she was 7k when everyone else in the game was 5k in terms of net worth. This is just aggression plus taking the valuable farm away from your opponents, coming out from OG, leading to this hero who shouldn't have this much farm, out-farming what is usually the fastest farming hero in Dota.
Well, that is a struggle right now for Nigma. You know, we came in expecting this one to be close, and this game definitely a lot closer, but it still feels like OG are making all of the right moves. Pulls him out there to snap the coil, and trying to bring him down. They're just always there, always right on top of each other, but be a little bit of an overextension. Sumail, No Tail, they're in the area. They can't go. And again, with the Aegis, you just can't go all in like that on the CK. Wow. You know, it's interesting. I was kind of wondering if we're going to see out of ILTW that build that you've been talking about so much, the Ame build, but feeling like he just has to go for this like Manta Dragonlance BKB in this one.
Yeah, and it's just hard. I mean, the reason why his farm fell off of it is because he did buy that early BKB in order to take the team fight.
Right.
But they lost that first team fight with his 9-second BKB, and it really reflects on the rest of the game with the net worth.
It's been tough. Well, the next round, they are around this area. No vision at all. Sumail jumps forward. Good Manta. To back away. LTW, can you get relocated? Now, this does mean Io is very vulnerable.
are scanning.
And on the other side, Miracle. Oh, they scanned. Dude, they know he's over there. Oh my goodness. And now isolated away from the rest of his team. Miracle's gonna go down. Opta gives him the dip. A good stun. He clips afterwards. Opta drops as well. That is what Nigma needed. Now maybe a chance for more. Kuro doing ring around the rosy. Will get brought down. They pull him back on the other side now. LTW pops the DKB, turning to try and fight this one. They buy back on the Lion, trying to run down Sumail. This is going to be the Aegis. But can they find anything else afterwards? Darkseer, find back, Force Staff up and away. Good jump in from Mind Control. Seb looking to search his way back him afterwards, but there's no follow-up. Finger's Death comes out, Sumail is dead. Seb fought back for this one, and now trying to find another round of it. Nigma streaming forward, they take down Seb. That is a dieback.
They just want to fight against Aegis, against a core buyback. Just really good punishing of OG when they went too far. And you can even see this Radiant has their own ward between the tier 2 and tier 3 bottom. And that's what sort of let them win this fight. Seb wasn't expecting them to have full vision on them coming in, and Croaky, again, he gets a Hex off, he gets a stun off. He dies for his team in that fight and buys back, but he really clutches it there, and that's a huge swing. Now Luna above CK and net worth. Now they have these items. You know, MC, he was sacking this game. He really made a comeback, and he landed some good stomps in that fight.
And now, like, this is the type of hero that can punish you so quickly on this Luna. You've also got the Crimson Guard now finished up for the Centaur, so that can help to deal with some of like the illusion damage that's gonna come in from the Darkseer as well as from the CK. This is not insignificant. Darkseer's dead for 40 more seconds. Nigma take down that tier 2 tower and now can take control of the outpost as well as this top tier 2. What a turnaround. Oh, and it takes King. Yeah, 7th Desolator on CK. I wonder if he's regretting that a little bit right now.
Yeah, it's not looking so hot now. You know, the cores on the enemy team all have a lot of armor. Mind Control opted for that Crimson Guard. He has a Dragon Scale picked up. Luna just naturally tanky, and Tiny has his ulti, so not too sure King's feeling the Deso still.
20 to 30 in terms of kill score. There is still this great ward that's towards mid, which I think Nigma should know about. They spotted it on a sentry ward that got dewarded right in front of their creep wave, but it hasn't been taken out yet. But besides that, there's like no vision on the map at all for either team.
It's just been so many battles. All the wards are placed in the fights, which generally also get dewarded.
Seeing these cool little relocate plays by LTW, who gets relocated to the bottom just to push this out and try and pressure the tower. Now they are coming back to their triangle. This is where they have a bit of vision.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Think about going in. They're all over here. Mind Control has a good opening. Jump forward, stomp is out. Stampede afterwards. Big shot misses. They find the wall down on top of LTW, but the right click's coming through Sumail. He doesn't have that much left in the tank, but it gets a huge heal. Nice blast afterwards. Good kiss for the control, but is it going to be enough? Coil afterwards, drop down, they pull him away, and LTW is dead. Now GH also left alone, tries to get out of there and stuck up on the cliff, but there's the Avatar to kill off Sumail. Miracle able to salvage this first team. They take down Thompson as well. One by one, OG start losing their lives, and none of these heroes have buyback. The chase, looking for No-Tail, they find him. And just an overextension, and Miracle is becoming a problem for this OG team.
Miracle is really taking over the game. He's just so patient there. He waits his time even after the fight is supposed to be lost. You know, OG are talking about, okay, we won the fight, let's go push out lanes. What objective can we get? They're not ready for Miracle to sort of just jump in, and this Midas at this point is really paying off. He has a quiver, he has a Midas, and he's scaling a lot. I also want to mention that Saksa, he had excellent targeting in that fight. They jumped the Chaos Knight, and he should have died there, but he hooked Lion before the Impale or the Finger Death could come out. Got Sumail out. Didn't mean much as Miracle, you know, he destroyed them after that, but really well played by him there.
This is wrapped. Yeah, it looks like it. They still don't have CK for another 20 afterwards. I mean, it's slow. You don't have that shard yet done for Miracle.
Solar Press and Overcharge, though. He's just beating away.
So they take the melee racks and then get out. Roche, 2 minutes away. So sort of middle of the road timer. And they're going to have to deal with their lanes on the side of Nigma. But OG losing this huge lead now. It feels like Nigma are the ones that are in a little bit of control. Look at that swing back. Just a couple of overextensions, and that's all it takes against this Luna lineup.
And I think historically, CK used to be pretty good versus Luna. She didn't have a real way to clear the illusions. They just became too tanky. But now, LTW, he's picked up the data, he's picked up the shard, he brings the smoke on the beam there, unfortunate. But it's a lot of damage into CK illusions. And Sumail, he doesn't have Heart or Scotty like a normal C. He has a Desolator. So he's very low on the tank ability compared to the standard build.
And granted, like with all of this armor that you have on GH, like if he can find him at the start, then, you know, maybe to some extent you can start justifying the Desolator. I mean, it might be some copium, but that's fine. It's perfectly okay to have that in your system at this point. As they walk forward, Miracle picks up the Invis rune, and both teams know this next couple minutes, it's all about the Roche. You have great vision on the side of OG for scouting it out with the clockwork and everything else, but it feels like this like relocate synergy that we're seeing. Oh wait, they relocated, but look at OG. They're trying to come and contest right now. With the relocate down, hook shot off the mark. Miracle able to break it. Avalanche toss Kenji on the one. LTW, they come back in. Vacuum wall, trying to get out. LTW trying to bring down Sumail. Is it going to be enough? Yes, they take him down. GH still there on top of him. Ice Blast, only a quarter of the duration left. And Thompson, seeing if he kill off GH, it's not going to happen. They don't get him. They take down 4 and Nigma. They will not be denied. Seb trying to get away. Ooh, by the skin of his teeth, he's going to get out of there. Still slow, though. And they're looking for him. Want to bring down the pesky Darkseer. Hides off to the side, gets the blink away, drops down the ward, looking for any opening. He doesn't have a TP. They don't quite spot him. Dude, does Curl looking?
They're gonna see him because his courier's gonna come.
Oh, sees him. Hello. The other side. Yo, you go into showcase mode. They're face to face, nose to nose, but they do see the courier now. Now Curl's gonna realize. Does he get out of there and throws out that stun? Jumps in, finds it afterwards. They still spot him. And Seb backing him away, trying to escape. Hex afterwards, bottom lane, they're taking racks. In the meantime, while all this is going on, they're keeping the Darkseer out of the fight. And it looks like eventually they will be able to bring down Seb. The relocate goes out. Unreal.
Where did Isle relocate from?
He relocated from top lane to bottom.
No, he relocated from bottom. He was at the
got it.
So they did run back on the fog. I was a little bit worried there, but man, LTW, he almost has his butterfly. I don't think CK is scaling this game at all. Yeah. I don't know if it's Desolator purchase, maybe a little bit too assured in their victory from OG, but he hasn't picked up a new item since that Desolator. He's only gotten that Reaver, not the full heart. And meanwhile, LTW, he was behind CK when he was at 15k net worth, CK was 16k net worth. Now CK's 17k net worth, and he's at 25k. He's picked up 10k gold while CK's picked up 1k.
Yeah, it has just been a dropping off a cliff, or rather staying flat on the net worth as Miracle in the mid lane finds himself Soxa. Looking for that beatdown. Not going to quite come in time, and that's a blast down. You know, I have not heard that many chat lines coming out from a certain team in the last couple minutes as it is fallen apart a little bit. 35 minutes in.
And a little bit of the same problems that plagued Nigma last game. Like right now, I don't think OG have the damage. It's a reverse situation. Thompson, he's gone for this Aghanim Scepter. Like all the items, it made sense when you're winning the game. You have Desolator to hit buildings, Aghanim Scepter, you just control them and you have damage with Darkseer and CK. But man, they're gonna need a huge vacuum wall to win these team fights at this point.
Right. Well, and he does have the level 20 talent, so maximum amounts of ion shells on all of his heroes. It's a ridiculous amount of damage. You know, you get 4 ion shells on that's what 600 damage per second. Magical. It's a lot of damage. It's like a freaking Laguna blade per second almost. That's what it feels like. But the question is, can you stand on top of ILTW? Can you stand on top of Miracle without dying before the ion shell kills them? And that's something I'm not sure of.
Top tower is under attack.
As we set ourselves and look at the pressure that's coming to high ground, Sumail has the heart done. 5,000 HP with Hard On. And you can see that Nigma, they are respecting this. The potential, like, eviscerating team fight that can come out this way. The jump in, the hook shot, they find out. He pushes him out of the Ice Blast. Goes into the stun, and now turning, trying to fight this one. Sumail, he's just getting shredded. Absolutely torn asunder. Miracle, eyes on Sumail, wants to bring him down, can't quite get it though. ILTW does manage to kill off Saksa. And now Avalanche, Toss keep going for more. Miracle looking for Thompson, see if he can find him. Jump forward, silence to slow, and will be able to get out of there. But they lost the clock, and they use wall. This is gonna be a hard hold up top.
Okay, so OG had a random ward on the high ground that let them take that fight, but honestly, I think they should feel lucky.
What? LCW just loses the Aegis. Do they have anything else afterwards for him though? It doesn't look like it. That was still 2 minutes left on that one. And with no creeps that were coming through mid, suddenly you've got an awkward situation now where they can't really push. Very, very
that is their win condition. Every time you play hard carry against H apparition, the way you win the game is, I mean, either you have multiple cores, like, you know, Miracle's going for the minus, or you just have the Aegis of the Immortal, so the Ice Blast doesn't do the same thing. Really good, like, he walked up to the high ground sort of unprepared, and OG were ready. They stacked that out, and because of that, they still get to play Dota in this game.
See what they manage to find. I mean, we've got that next tier of items, and not just neutrals, but also just regular old items. We've got ourselves, what was that? An Aeon Disc, I think I saw. We've got Crimson Guards finished also.
Aghanims on Luna.
Aghanims on Thompson.
Flicker. Very nice this game.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That shouldn't exist.
I guess make it to the cogs, that's what I was thinking, but Saksa, he already has the Aghanims. I mean, he's had it for a while. That's a long chain stun, so he's opting to go for the Trickster Cloak. Maybe it can save him from the single target burst damage coming out of OG.
It's going to be really tough, though. Like, I mean, I feel like Nigma just have to play so spread at all times, because if you get like a Puck Ags Coil into vacuum breaking it, that's just aim right there almost, it feels like.
Radiant's bottom tower
for
is
sure.
under attack.
The thing they do have going for them though with this Aghanims is they have a lot of instant stuns, and there are no real saves coming out from OG. I mean, Notel, he has 1 Force Staff, but it's probably not enough against one Aghanim's Eclipse on a stun unit. They will just die.
True enough. Well, the smoke up now going cross map. Nigma hoping to find somebody. Saksa is here, but he is sort of playing down on the bottom side of this one, it looks like. Incoming! And we'll see if they're able to catch him. They saw the rocket flare going over, but it looks like he's making the move down. But they ping right on top of him. If he doesn't start TPing soon, he's actually dead. And GH throwing out those smoke balls. Saksa looking to get out of there. They spot him. Got him. Nice catch there by Nigma. So they commit fully to that smoke and bring down the clock. Miracle brazenly TP's in, doesn't want to give up that outpost for free. They really want to commit to get that one, and they do get it. The Centaur TPing in too. The rest of the team can't come there, but the relocate, that's going out. No kill. Nice blast afterwards. Buyback comes down now from the Clockwork, looking to try and bring down Sumail. He's completely isolated, completely alone, nowhere to go. Dead with no buyback, and they are right outside the base. Hook shot in, but there's the 4th stab away. And now focusing down Seb, doesn't have anywhere left to go. Avalanche, toss, finger, and done. Another round, and Saksa desperately trying to stop this push. Look at this play here. Hook shot in, takes out the creeps, needs to get this catapult. They gotta kill these catapults here. And will they be able to get it in time? There's the called pushback. 1 catapult remains with 50 HP, but they're able to get it. Dude, that salvages the game. Saksa literally saving them. Yeah, they need to get the second wave as well, but it won't quite be in time. Is there any way that OG can kill that one off?
And there's no buyback on Clockwork is the thing. He was such an integral part of their fight. And Thompson, he's running mid here, trying to get that wave. I'm not sure he's gonna make it in time.
Yeah, he's looking for it.
This is Luna versus buildings, guys.
I know, they're already hitting the tier 4 tower. It's Thompson has to get it. They jump in, they hex him though. They find Thompson. They're gonna pop the glyph afterwards to try and slow this down. But with no Sumail for another 25 seconds, Nigma gonna try and take this down. With Tiny and Luna, it is so difficult to stop. They're 15 seconds away from having the wall back up. But Seb completely under control. He gets blown up. 100 seconds without him. The pump tries to stop this pressure, but it is not gonna happen. Eyes on the prize, GG called. OG threw one away and Nigma picked it up.
For sure. And I mean, as much as it might seem like OG, they lost this big lead. Honestly, Nigma's play was just stellar this game. Every time they had to punish OG going too far, they did it. They pre-subbed for the wards. It wasn't like OG were just messing up.